Welcome back, guys. So today's job, I'm going to mount that solar panel to the top of the Land Rover. I don't plan to keep it there permanently. It's it's going to be a permanent fixture, but it's not going to be staying on there for all that long. It's really just going to be a stepping stone in between now and getting a pop-top roof. So I'll secure it on top of the roof rack and feed the cables through and see what sort of current we're getting from the sun, even with the sun sitting so low this time of year. So it won't be shining directly on the panel, but it'd be nice to see what sort of current we get even with ambient lighting. So yeah, follow along and I'll crack on with that job. See you in a minute. Right guys, as you just see there, I mounted the solar panel to the top of the roof rack and I've used 4 cable ties for now. It's not a completely permanent solution, don't get me wrong, but as I'm planning to do a pop-top roof on this Land Rover, the roof rack will be off, so it'll be permanently bolted to the top of the pop-top roof, So that is not going anywhere with those 4 cable ties. So for now, that's how it'll be set up. What I've got coming in through the sunroof at the moment is the sort of positive and negative from the solar panel are just coming through the seal of the sunroof. So yeah, as you can see, it's not a completely permanent solution, but the only other way around it is to drill through the roof and use 2 bulkhead fittings, which I'm not going to do right now. And as I have had the solar panel mounted to the top of the rooftop tent before, and I've just had it coming through the sunroof before, and I never had any water pouring. It was quite as you shut the top of the sunroof against the seal on the actual roof, it's really quite a tight seal, and also the rooftop tent was also over the top of the sunroof, so it wasn't really much, you know, there was no way the water could get in unless it was flying backwards. But even then, it was sort of go the way the sunroof is, it would just fly over the way the sort of tapers that way. So yeah, that's what I've got going on for this at the moment. As you can see, there's actually icicles and whatever coming down, so there is quite a bit of moisture and condensation inside the Land Rover. But you know, what can you do? It's been sat a while, and it's just one of those things. It's you know, it's not going to be a perfectly good seal on there for moisture and whatever. So, but as for rain, never had any rain flying in there. So, right, I'll just check the voltage and make sure we're getting voltage to these 2 connections here, positive and negative. So what we'll do is we've got 2 multimeters on the go. So one of them is a cheapie from Halfords, and the other one is not so cheap from Draper. Yeah, not the best make on the whole planet, but you know, it's 50 odd quid for this multimeter, and it's got quite a few functions. So I'll check the voltage first of all, coming in from the solar panel. There's no sunlight shining on the panel at the moment. It is a fairly clear day today, but obviously being the middle of winter, January, the sun's very low in the sky. It's gone behind the other side of the house, so there's no actual direct sunlight shining on it. It's just sort of ambient lighting from the sun or clouds, you know, sort of blocking it. So we'll see what sort of voltage we get from the panel, and go from there. So I'll have the currently I've got the multimeter set on amps at the moment, so I'll put the plug back in the other side for voltage, and I'll just flick that back onto voltage testing. You've got to press that because it's set to AC, so you just press function, goes to DC. And let's see what we've got coming in just from that ambient sunlight that's barely even shining near it. So we've got 21 volts coming in. You see that? It'll be the wrong way around to you, won't it? But that says 21.1 volts, something like that, there or thereabouts. So we're getting 21.1 volts, and obviously that will go through the CTEC solar controller. That will convert that down to 14.7-ish volts, and then that will be good for charging the leisure battery. And then once the leisure battery's full, it will then backflow towards the starting battery. So that's what I love about the CTEC system, is you've got a way of charging both your batteries. You know, whether it's in a camper van, 4-wheel drive, anything, you've got a way of charging your leisure battery from the sun, and then it will charge your starting battery. So if, like me, you've got your vehicle sitting for months and weeks and months, like we all have at the minute, it's perfect for keeping everything topped up. So I was thinking of doing a trickle charger, but then I thought I don't really want to have a wire running out the house all the time, keeping it topped up, or out the shed if I can run power to it. So it's a bit awkward doing that sort of thing. But so what I've got at the moment is I've got this set up, and it's just, you know, it's completely self-contained. There's no need for any wires coming in and out the truck. So what I'll do now is I'll check for amperage. So for this bit, I've got to have it set to amps. You see that all right? Set to amps. And then you've got to take the positive out of that side, and you've got to put it in the 10 amp fused. So you can only see 10 amps maximum. If you go over that, you'll pop the fuse inside the multimeter. So yeah, this is not going to be anywhere near 10 amps. It will probably won't even be 1 amp because there's no sunlight anywhere near it. So Yeah, so what I'll do is I've got that set to amps. It's on AC, so I'll put it to DC again. Probing the positive. Probing the negative. Oh no, it's fallen out. Right, that in the positive. And that in the negative. Right, so what we're getting there, we're getting more or less 0.19 amps, 0.18 amps. So more or less 0.2 of an amp. So, you know, it's not... Focus on that. Yeah, so you can't see that too well, but it's 0.2 of an amp. Just under. So, yeah, as I say, it's not in direct sunlight. You know, the sun is very low in the sky this time of year, obviously, as we know. But at least we're getting some sort of current from it. So what I've got a very sort of crude setup at the minute. I've got the solar cables going straight to the CTEC and they're sort of going down the pillar. I've got to sort of shorten them a little bit, to be fair. So I'll just plug those in, and then that'll just be keeping the CTEC topped up, getting dripped on by the bloody condensation now. Plug that in there, and that one in there. Oh, at least that one clicked all right. They're not the best, these little MC4, is it MC4 MP4 connectors? So yeah, that's roughly where we're at with that. So yeah, I've got that plugged into the CTEC, into the solar side, so at least that's going to be trickling in some current. So yeah, that's basically it, guys. So yeah, hope that was of some use to you, and how you can just quickly mount a solar panel on your roof and put it through the sunroof, in my case, which is a very temporary solution just for now. If anything, I might not even drive this before getting the pop-top roof. So it's just to keep everything topped up, and yeah, that's all it's really going to be doing at the moment. So yeah, just make sure that's plugged in correctly. Yeah, that's a bit better. So yeah, like I say, it's a bit of a crude setup at the moment, but that'll have to do. So right. See you in a minute. Yeah, so I thought I'd just show you this, guys. I've been slowly watching this little crude voltmeter I've got set up. That is connected straight to the leisure battery, and that was reading about 7 volts. And it was this was flashing, because obviously low voltage. It wasn't enough to sort of power this little digital display on this voltage meter. But yeah, no, it's slowly creeping up and down and what have you, and putting some charge in that leisure battery. It was reading about 12.7 a minute ago. So yeah, it is. We're getting something from the sun. Not massive amount. Obviously, it was only sitting at about 0.2 of an amp, so nothing major. But it's nice to know that we're getting something in that leisure battery via the CTEC. So yeah, just thought I'd show you that, guys. Yeah, so I hope that was of some use to you guys. How to check what sort of current you've got coming in from your solar panel, you know, and obviously voltage and whatever, and what sort of settings you want on your multimeter to do that. But yeah, so that's where I've mounted mine. Like I say, it's not going to be on there forever, because the pop-top roof's going to come along, and I'll just bolt it straight to that. So yeah, that'll do for now. So I'll see you on the next one.